Electrocardiogram. Electrocardiogram is a graphical representation of electrical activity of the heart during a cardiac cycle. Cardiac cycle consists the systole and diastole of atria and ventricle. Systole and diastole means contraction and relaxation of atria and ventricle. We use a machine here to record the electrocardiograph, that is electrocardiograph, to obtain this particular graph. Here the patient is connected to the machine with three electrical leads, one to each wrist and one to the left ankle. As we can see here, SA node means tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve. Tricuspid valve, that is present in between right atrium and right ventricle, and bicuspid, that is present between left atrium and left ventricle. So this SA node, bicuspid valve and tricuspid valve is known as pacemaker of the heart. It exhibit depolarization, which causes in action potential, and due to this action potential, relaxation and contraction of atria and ventricle occurs, due to which heartbeat happens, and this heartbeat result in cardiac output. So this electrocardiograph shows a graph of contraction and relaxation of atrial and ventricle. So here we obtain different types of peak. So we have given name to these peaks because these are similar in different organism, kind of similar. So first is P wave. P wave represent electrical excitation. Electrical excitation means depolarization of wave, due to which atria contract. Why it is contract? Because first it fill up with blood, so it contract to release this blood into ventricle. So contraction of atria is represented with P wave, and it happens due to electrical excitation or depolarization. Then QRS. This QRS, this one is the largest peak, and it represents depolarization of ventricle. Depolarization means contraction, means generation of action potential. Again action potential will generate and it will contract the ventricle. Systole means contraction of ventricle. Then come a short wave, that is T wave. Then this T wave means repolarization, means relaxation state, means action potential finishes here and it result in relaxation of ventricle. So there are some diseases also in which these peaks are not as it is shown in the picture. For example, if in some patient P wave elevated or enlarged in size, it means our atria is enlarged. And if QR peak is elevated or large, then it means there are myocardial infarction, which means there are chances of heart attack. And if this ST wave is elevated, it means there is myocardial infarction, means there are chances of heart attack again. And if this T wave is flat, then there is atherosclerotic heart disease. And if this T wave is lower, then it means there is low oxygen present in the blood. Low level of oxygen it represents. So these peaks changes their shape and their elevation in a particular kind of disease. Otherwise they are one and all similar in different patient.